Hello, Taurus. Let's do a vice versa reading about you and the person your attention and energy are focused on right now. I do hope that all is well and that you're doing well. So, Divine, may we have three best cards for person number one, please? Three best cards for why we are here for person number one. Nine of Spears, Seven of Coin, and the Lovers. Okay. And then let's see. Get three best cards for person number two. Find three best cards for person number two for why are we here? The energy of why are we here? For person number two, please. Three best cards. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and then the Five of Wands. Okay. Looks like person number two is seeking a way forward, a new direction during or after a time of argument. More than likely during. Person number two is having they have a new perspective on what the challenges are right now. And they really do seek, like the Ace of Wands is first, like trying to redirect the energy, take action to get things moving in a positive direction with Ace of Cups, and then also do this in a loving manner. Like their intention is to show how much they love person number one in order to get things moving forward. That's where what they're trying to really the energy they're trying to really convey and show in the environment right now. This willingness, this wanting to just look at things from a fresh perspective, renew the situation and move it forward. Nine of Spears for person number one. It's been a long, hard battle in terms of finding a fair communication, or keeping the communication with person number two fair. This person may feel like they have been over talked a lot, or they feel that their perspective or their ideas about things have been overlooked or undervalued. Seven of Coins is where they've been patiently waiting and trying to work towards fair play, is what I'm hearing. Like it may feel like they've been giving a great deal and they're getting very little, or it's very slow coming. Like perhaps when person number two brings an idea or information or energy to the situation, it's always met with a willingness by person number one to take a look at it and find the advantages and try to integrate and make it work. Whereas person number one may feel that person number two does not do it in the same way. And that is causing them to feel exhausted and battle weary. And they're tired of fighting for their voice to be heard or their ideas to be appreciated or respected or even considered. And also perhaps their efforts too, not just maybe. So then the Lovers card is here, though. There is no interest in destroying the union. Person number one is still very much in love with person number two, even though the environment right now may be not as fruitful as desired. It is still worth fighting for. So let's see. Oh, Sun card, that's nice, but that's not what I wasn't ready. We weren't ready. Hold on. Divine, may I have more information clarifying this Nine of Spears energy for person number one, please? Five of Cups. Anything else? Ten of Wands, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is actually clarifying both the Nine of Spears energy and the Seven of Coins. So the Five of Cups is this feeling of disappointment, of constantly feeling like, again, just overlooked and underappreciated. Nine of Pentacles, realizing that they make a lot of sacrifices. And the reason that Five of Cups is there, because they feel like Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They make a great deal of sacrifice. They let go of a lot of things that they want to do. Person number one wants to do for the betterment of the connection and the relationship. And Ten of Wands is it's such hard work. It's so challenging. Or they may rework things and move things around. And this may not be known to person number two, the level of reorganization and adjustments that person number one makes in favor of person number two. So they may be keeping this under wraps as just as a way that they feel like they're being generous and genuine with person number one. That this is what they know is the way to show love, affection, etc. This is their ideal of what a partnership is. It's not an unwillingness to do it. It's an understanding that this is part of it. Short duty, right? And sometimes duty, you're going to have to do things or move things around or sacrifice things and altogether in order to keep lover's energy present in the relationship, right? For Ace, let's see what's going on here. More information behind this Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, please, for person number two. Seven of Cups, Three of Wands, Judgment. This person is confused as to why person number two is unhappy. Now, again, remember the energy that was described here of what this person understands and knows and does in terms of having a relationship. It's about duty. This person may be more about the pleasure side of having a relationship, the pleasurable energy, which would say why the two are why these two energies, the person number one and person number two, are even in each other's, are in a connection, because you're going to be learning how to be a little bit of both here to find the balance. However, person number three is always the person that's looking ahead. And while person number one may be the person dealing with what's happening right now. So this may be the practical person number one, and person number three, Lord, look at that Three of Wands, y'all. Person number two is the dreamer, right? Hence that Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups energy. Let's just start all over. And person number two is like, okay. Or person number one, excuse me, is like, practically, that's not really what we need to do, but emotionally I understand. Or you want to just like, let's move on. And this person relates and adapts it. Person number one. Person number two just gets to kind of float, right? And benefit from the strong and stable foundation that person number one gives to the connection. Judgment card is here where they feel like they're constantly being unfairly judged, as to think like, you don't think it's important to me, or you don't think I appreciate you or value you. And they very well may, person number two, but you're not doing a great job at showing it in a way that is relatable or that resonates to person number one. So let's see more information on this Five of Wands. King of Pentacles. Now that's interesting. More on this Five of Wands. Chariot. This is about commitment. They're fighting for that. They're fighting to stay committed in the relationship. Person number one may have conveyed or stated, or in some way it's felt by person number two that you're at your wit's end, but they may be misreading it as an ending altogether And person number one may be as an ending of how you all are communicating or dealing with each other right now. Person number two may be thinking at you're fighting over it, not to end it altogether. And this is why they're trying to look towards the future. And let's just start over. Let's try this a different way. Let's see. More information, please. Three of Cups. Seven of Spears. Knight of Cups. And let's see, more information. Four of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles. Something is not clearly being communicated between the two of you all. Like someone or both of you all dance around something that's very important to each other. And energies of you're unwilling to say it because you feel like you're not going to be understood, or you're unwilling to do it because you don't feel like it's going to be appreciated. And that's energy that's resting over the connection as a whole. The Three of Cups here is wanting a break, which is why this energy is here with this King of Pentacles, Seven of the Chariot. But then that's clarifying the Five of Wands. Now, with this Three of Cups being here, there may be an energy of less time spent together, more time spent with friends here for person number one, which is this is why this new energy of Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups is here for person number two, really trying to draw in a fresh perspective or fresh energy to gain this person number one's attention. However, Seven of Spears is person number one is highly defensive about that, because perhaps it's what happens in a cycle. And right now they're not willing to bend to that, even though they know eventually they will. Not right now. It's almost like a lesson needs to be learned by person number two. And this may be a new approach that person number one is doing, just going off and pouring into themselves and getting back to being, I need to do me, right? And not do me in the sense of something detrimental or disrespectful to the relationship, but more so just, I need to do me. I need to get out and reconnect with myself. I need to feel myself outside of this connection. I need to breathe. I need to do something that just is solely about me and not about me focusing on lack in my life, but what's abundant. Replenish myself. Knight of Cups, self-love, self-care. That would be whatever that means to person number one, but again, in a healthy way. But Seven of Spears in the environment, person number one is not looking to discuss or explain anything right now. They don't feel that person number two deserves it. But don't forget, the Lover's card is prominent here for person number one. So it's not about an ending, it's about a beginning. But first and foremost, they want to pour into themselves. They have to process and love themselves, to build themselves, to have strength to deal with what's happening with between the two of y'all. Now, person number one, Four of Pentacles, countering that Three of Cups. Pretty straightforward. Wanting to hold on now, feeling death looming, the clouds rolling in because they're not being focused on. They're not being attended to in a way that they're used to being attended to by person number one. Remember, person number one is about duty. First and foremost, duty and honor in a relationship. Honor my commitments. Be dutiful during the process, whether it's good, bad, or in between. And so that energy right now is being focused and called back. They're calling back their power to rebuild themselves of where they've been broken and bruised. They're healing. right? They're in a place of convalescence. They got to get healthy again in order to face and deal with what is the next level or next step in this bond. For instance, this Ace of Wands and this Ace of Cups is here. They can't counter that if they drag that. That's new energy. That's a new beginning. That's a rebirth. That can't happen if this person is, I just can't. They can't see it. They don't want it. They don't want to start again. It's tiring to think you want to start something all over again. Like, what? I'm too tired for that. It takes a lot of energy. They got to train for that, and that's what that's about. Now, this Queen of Cups is here. Now there's this feeling of possessiveness more and more. Again, we want what we can't have, or we perceive we can't have, or we're slipping away. So there'll be more pursuit now. The text messaging, the calls, the pop-ups, the wanting to spend time, all this attention. However, it's going to wax a bit cold and a little bit empty, because this person number two or person number one knows that it's only because of the fact that more attention is being paid to self. It's not authentic. It's not genuine. It's just in fear of loss. The Seven of Pentacles is here. Now notice in this deck, the person is carrying another pentacle here to count, like, okay, I need to begin to show some signs of real, actual, actionable, real action, real behavior to really evolve how I'm doing things. I need to show change here. I need to show change in my action and in my behavior. They're eventually going to get that message, right? But on their own, not doing, not because they're just going to really try to understand, like, why is this? I've been dropping the ball. I haven't been doing the things that needs to be done to show person number one how much I appreciate them. I have been falling off and lacking and just letting them do everything, etc., etc. Page of Cups clarifying, yeah. And they're going to begin to show that. Something heartfelt, a very heartfelt message, not something cheap or just like, how much I love you, blah, blah, like that. It's going to really have depth, because it's going to talk about the history of this connection when this person comes in with this heartfelt message to you. Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, they realize that they need to do more listening than talking. Okay, they're not going to argue. They're not going to put up a fight. They want to listen more. And what's going on with this Four of Pentacles here for person number two, please? Eight of Wands. Yeah. Rapid movement. Really wanting to, at first, that's what's going to happen. Like, really quick, pounce on it. What are you doing? What's going on? Why am I not? They're going to panic. It's the energy of panic. But then they'll go into hermit mode and reflect, because they have no choice, because person number one is going to gently explain, like, this is about me. This is about me. It's not about us. And if you think about it, you'll know why I need to do this for me, right? Three of Cups on this side, please, for person number one. Six of Wands. To feel victorious again, to feel like you possess you. You're in control of you. What's the one thing in the world we always have control over? Ourselves. In order to stabilize yourself, person number one is going to pull away and create victory in their own lives. Remember what they really got going on, and that this is a part of their life, but it's not their life in totality. Seven of Spears. More information, please. Six of Cups. In order to rectify their energy, replicate the love, and then also revitalize. And then comes the reunion. And then the Knight of Cups. Queen of Swords. Cut away and get to the facts. The brutal, honest truth about how they've been showing up for themselves with this connection. So let's see what else here. The Devil, King of Cups, Eight of Cups. And what else needs to be known? Three best cards divine for our person number 2, please. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. Okay. Empress on the bottom of the deck. 6 of Cups. Chariot. Empress. 6 of Swords. Okay. Progress, progress, progress. 4 emotion staves. Oh, so person number 1 has to understand their light and shadow energy in regards to this relationship. That it's healthy, but that it has to be managed and controlled. They also have to understand that just as much as this obsessiveness is this with this devil card here, it's not out of your control. And it is not based upon what this person does. It's a choice that is made for you to fall into the darkness and become the sacrificial lamb or the martyr. And then develop this hatred or this anger, albeit temporary, towards person number 1 because you were not in control of understanding that the devil card energy is there to awaken you to find out what is imbalanced in the relationship, not to just embrace the energy and go into this whole dark energetic space which consumes you and not just them. It consumes you first. Okay, what's the statement? Like drinking poison and expecting it to affect the other person, but it's in you, right? It's just a recognizing of that. It's just a signal to you to understand that something is off balance. Something is polluting the energy, right? Light and shadow work together. And so it's there to provide you to say, okay, wait, something's off balance. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. This is not good. This is not healthy. I don't want to do this. As much as, more often than not, to be able to recognize it and correct the energy first within yourself, so then you can fully and openly address it with person number 2. Then we have the King of Cups to know that the stability. Once again, we have King of Cups. What is it? King of Cups, Lovers. One, 2 of Cups out here? Maybe not. There's a lot of love. It didn't matter. A lot of love on this side. And understanding why you love this person. It's not a why do I love this person? It's more of a, why do I love them so much? Why am I willing to do this? Why do I push myself to be here? You've obviously, there's more value than there is other. Okay, because King of Cups is big dog energy. It's really about, more often than not, you find love and care and balance with this person. They are very giving and nurturing. They're just a little bit behind you in the wheel in terms of maturity of how to give and take, to give and receive. They may be more so receiving, but then you have to understand, is it potentially with this devil card, are you over giving? Are you overcompensating in some way? Do you rush to, it's like a child, for example, when the child falls, do you rush to pick them up and make them feel, which then makes them feel like something's wrong? Or do you gently watch and see how they're going to adapt to their environment? Do they really need your help? Or will they just get up and walk it off, right? No smothering, not a smothering energy, but an air of independence. Will you correct on your own? Or will you cry out for my help? Then I'll know what I need to do. Do I need to stand by and just support? Or do I need to come in and help and save? 8 of Cups, walking away from what no longer emotionally serves you in the relationship within yourself. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the 9 of Swords for person number 2. Anxiety, anxiety, anxiety. Reflecting back with this Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups that started, wanting to present a new energy and opportunity to move things forward. Tangible, workable, relatable things that can be done by person number 2 specifically, not expecting person number 1 to do anything, but what person number 2 is going to do. And then if not being done, I have no problems, Knight of Swords being called to the carpet. I'm willing to talk about the tough things. I'm willing to try to gain understanding. I don't like arguing, but I don't like us not together. So I'm willing to deal with the conflict head on. I'm willing to talk about the uncomfortable things. Nine of Swords right now in this deck. I love it. Slaying the demons, reflecting back with that devil, knowing that their anxiety is what really topples things. The fear, there's a little bit of codependency that they don't like. This feeling of, if, for instance, that if person number one needs to go off and take care of themselves and pour into themselves, whatever reason you determine, because you first and foremost, you're your own person. Why do they have this anxiety and this need and this codependent energy of that's not okay? Like they just can't not, they want all the attention. And at the same time, they don't understand that person number one needs time to themselves to resolve things on their own, to think. That bothers person number one. And then that creates more and more problems. To where it makes this person number one feel burdened, and they crack too soon, or they break their energy, they break their cycle of replenishment for themselves and come into this situation, and then they find themselves drained even more each time. And then it's this big blow up, and then it's real bad, and now it's Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands. Well, please, let's start all over. It's like this there's a better way to do it. Okay? And they're wanting to talk about it. They know they need to talk about it. They've got to, and no insult, grow up a bit. Okay? So let's see here. Oh. All right, so let's see here. More information. Guidance. Yikes. Not the cards. Well, actually, yeah. Let's see. They just plopped out. So we have uncompromising. You are unable to compromise, cooperate, or negotiate. What makes your way seem to be the only way? Meditation and mindfulness can help control and quiet the ego. Attitude of authority. Did you write the book on love? You can't make people love you if you don't love yourself. And understand this, they can't make you happy. You make yourself happy. All right, dear Taurus, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. And remember that back then is not now. Always be in harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. Be seeing you.